Carrick's at the wheel. Tell me, how good does it feel when the title race needs some steel? Arsenal again lose their appeal. Do 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 do. Listen, I don't know what Michael Carrick puts in the water in Carrington, but the interim GOAT has done it again. Just 1 week after humbling Man City, sorry, my bad, he's marching to the Emirates and personally derailed Arsenal's title train. Title challenges in tatters. Arsenal fans, I'm sorry, but is the bottling season started early this year, only in January? We're talking about Set Piece FC being Set Piece FC, Stoke City, just scoring the goals off of corners. And an own goal. I don't know how many times have they scored an own goal. Wolves, I think against Wolves, they had like 2 own goals or something, and then so many own goals, but nothing penetrative, all passing around the box. Looks like Mikel Arteta was playing FIFA with a broken controller, and a Man United side that finally looks like they're enjoying playing football again. So and here's the moment that really hits me. Like, United fans were doing oles at the Emirates, ole, while we were passing around the Arsenal. Oh my God. And let me ask you something. How long has it been since we've heard our fans do those oles? I mean, we've not really beaten big teams by dominating them. Yes, you can have the ball, but it's not like you created so many chances. I think we were on the front foot quite a lot of time when we were with the ball. We were progressive, we were attacking. So really enjoyed that. It was not like we had counters we did, but it wasn't like we were doing last ditch defending to not let them score. We had actual confidence, actual control. This wasn't survival football, which we've been playing for quite some time. And that was United taking the mickey. And now that I think about it, I don't know what Amorim was doing for 14-15 months, man. Like, I still can get my head over the fact that we were so shit, we were so passive, and we didn't look like we had confidence. And credit to Michael Carrick, in 2 games he's taken in charge. He's been really, really good, and the team has looked really, really good as well. Dorgu, Amorim was asking him to play like he used to play for Denmark, but look at him. So I think stick around. We are going to review the whole match and how United played, and subscribe if you like the content. And so let's get into it. So this wasn't a smash and grab football game like people would call it, 1-0 or something like that. This was smash, smile, and wave at the Emirates on the way out. Bye bye, lads. Arsenal didn't lose to United today. They lost to bravery and Michael Carrick's calm dad aura. Carrick didn't out-tactic Arteta, he out-freed him. So there was so much freedom in the team, like people playing 1-2s, getting the shots away, and then Arteta's team looks like they were doing that pattern. When they needed a goal in the 90th minute, they were playing it out from the back. Why not go long, man? Why not have a plan B? I just don't understand that. And then Arsenal fans are so delusional all the time. It's been so many years. I think they should have closed the title once, but they have not yet, and they are bottling it again. 4 points off the top are City and Villa. It would be great to see Emery win the title with Villa against Arsenal. I mean, like, it would be amazing. So hearing United fans do oles at the Emirates, I almost forgot what that joy sounded like. Like, I have been waiting for performances like that when we can do these oles, and it was like great. So let's jump into it straight away. First thing is, post-Amorim vibes have been really good, and the build-up to the game was like Arsenal's team, can they compete against 2008 Man United team? And Rooney said they would better them, and we bettered them this 2026 Man United team, which people have called one of the worst. So back to it. So the scene is set. Ruben Amorim is out after so many months, and then 3-4-3 is in the bin now. In steps Michael Carrick for a second interim shift, and suddenly the vibe shift is real. The build-up today was all about whether Arsenal could extend their lead at the top to 7 points. The Emirates was rocking, United were the underdogs, and it felt like a foregone conclusion. Even Arsenal started well, I have to say. And I was like, oh my God, if they score, it could be bad for us, or I don't know how well we will react. But we've seen this season, when we've gone down, we actually have done well. We have actually managed to come back, but we might have lost again. That's a different thing. But actually, whenever we are down, we play good. And I was hoping to get the first goal, but things worked out pretty well in the end. So no complaints. And Carrick had told, I was thinking he will not probably change the formation for the team that beat Man City last weekend, so he kept it the same. Uh, I think the body language and the freedom of these players is totally different. And this is the bit the stats won't actually show you anywhere. Under Amorim, every mistake felt like a crime scene. Under Carrick's, mistakes are just football. They can happen. Lisandro Martinez for the first goal. He was trying to clear the ball. It hit his right leg and went in. And this is what I was thinking. Like, we should not give them any easy goals. And we actually did. But we managed to come back. So incredible. Well done to the lads. Midfielders showed for the passes. Casemiro Mainoo instead of hiding behind shadows, and the team looks really well balanced. So I don't know if this is the superpower of interim managers. No philosophy thesis, no ego, no long-term manifesto, just clarity. So maybe that is what United needed. Amorim coached like every pass was graded. Carrick coached like it's Sunday league. Lose it, win it back, go at it again. So United's tactics under Carrick, we have gone back to the 4-2-3-1, and in defense it's like 4-4-2, compact, so it's difficult to play through us, which is what a lot of teams had been doing in the last season, this season as well. And this is the same midfield that Ten Hag used to play, and we were getting run through it. So I think credit to Carrick, the way he has set up the team. He's reduced the spaces between the players, and that's what Maguire was saying, he brought a real energy to the training ground. So I really hope that Carrick continues, and we might have a discussion for which I'm going to post another video to see why Carrick could actually do a good job as a permanent manager. So we'll look into it later. Casemiro in the midfield looked 5 years younger, playing with discipline he had at Madrid, and he was really good. Those dark arts were back, winning the fouls. Cunha was doing that. The out balls, instead of boring sideways passing onto the wing backs and coming back, United were fearless in transition. Quick, incisive passings, Bruno playing those first time balls, and Mbeumo making those runs. So, and the X factor we have nowadays is Dorgu, Ballon Dorgu. I'm just waiting for him to score a hat-trick so that he can be called Hat-trick Dorgu. His link up with Bruno Fernandes for the second goal, I think absolute chef's kiss it was. Mwah. He controlled the ball with his hip. Arsenal fans cried for a handball, but the ref said play on, and he absolutely leathered it off the underside of the bar. Amazing to see. I mean, no keeper would have been able to stop that. United weren't just lucky. I think they were efficient. They took the air out of the stadium by not punishing every single mistake, but punishing the mistakes that deserve to be punished. So in my preview, I talked about Bruno Fernandes versus Martin Zubimendi as one of the key battles, and I think Bruno came out on top. He got the assist. Martin Zubimendi made that scrappy pass back to the goalkeeper, which landed to Mbeumo, and then he rounded off the keeper and just stepped into an empty net. Brilliant work. I think that was the moment that Carrick-ball belief took over, and then everybody believed that we can actually go on and win this game. Arsenal's press failed, like they were not able to press, they just did sideways passing again. United baited the press perfectly, in my opinion. I think Casemiro being deep pulled Odegaard out, Mainoo drifting into half spaces confused Rice, and Zubimendi was actually not at it. Every time Arsenal jumped, United had an escape route. I think that's not chaos. United actually did simplicity properly. Arsenal pressed, to give you an analogy, I think Arsenal pressed like a Netflix buffering screen. Lots of movement, no progress. When you're off Wi-Fi and when you're not able to find that connection, right, which I talked about in the preview, that's what actually happened with them. And regarding Bruno, this wasn't Hollywood Bruno, this was controlled, thermostat sort of Bruno. He slowed the game when Arsenal panicked, sped it up when they lost shape, so really enjoyed watching him. No hero ball. I think he didn't really try many hero balls today. I might have missed, but I guess there were not many hero balls, just control from him, which is actually lovely to see. Bruno didn't dominate the game. He controlled the temperature of the game, and which was perfect for Man United. And again, let's talk about the Gunners now. So there are a lot of things that I can talk about, but I want to get into a few quick points, and then we can do a deep dive in another video about how Arsenal played, how United played. I think they can be separate videos, but let's talk about the Gunners, right? If you look at the stats, you think Arsenal dominated, and for the first 30 minutes, maybe they did. And let's be honest now, Arsenal are officially set piece FC, Stoke City FC, long throws FC, although they didn't do any long throws, but both of the goals came from Dead, not the first one, maybe not, but second one, absolutely. I think they were gonna score in one of the corners. It was kind of like dead ball chaos. The first was Lisandro Martinez's own goal after a Saka corner, which not a corner, but it came to Saka. He did well on the wing after the cross from Hincapié, and then he controlled it well, played it back to Odegaard, whose shot was going wide, and unluckily it hit Martinez's right leg and went in. And the second goal was officially set piece FC. Another corner. So they have officially become set piece FC because they didn't really create any chances from open play. I mean, did they? They started well, but nothing penetrative. I don't remember them having lots of chances. Anyways, I think they just crowd out the goalkeeper in the set pieces, which is like so frustrating to watch. Like, what is Lemon supposed to do? I mean, I don't know what he can do actually in that. Any goalkeeper, what can they do in that sort of a situation? But I think that's really how they do, and they crowd out the goalkeeper, and then they have a really good chance of scoring. So it is effective for sure, but where is the open play creativity? You want to win the league, you should be able to break teams down. Arsenal looked hesitant in open play. They've become so reliant on these corners and set pieces. I think, I don't know if they're not working on open play patterns which can actually open teams up. And then there is no plan B as well. Just one way of playing. Since Arteta is Pep's pupil, I think there's going to be one way of playing, but you still need to have plan B, plan C, and things like that. You need to be prepared. And this is where the title pressure now creeps in, right? Every time they have an opportunity to climb. Last week we beat City. They had opportunity to get 3 points. They drew. The week before that, they drew. Now they were actually beaten. So they have got hopes for challenging for the title. They are expected to be the winners of the title. But Arsenal today looked like they were waiting for something to happen. And that is not how you're going to win the title. Arsenal have actually studied one chapter of a book really well and prayed the exam wouldn't ask anything else. That's not how it works, man. You need to be prepared and you need to have other plans. And then comes the most funniest part, I believe. The 4 substitutions at once from Arteta. Carrick-ball on top again. And he had to make 4 substitutes at once, which tells you the story in itself. I think they were outdone, outthought, and then made so many changes that they were not able to see what is going on, how to break United down and all of that. He substituted 4 players at once, and he substituted Mainoo, Eze, Gyökeres and Ben White all at once. I think that was absolute carnage from Arteta, and not the good kind. It felt like the team spent the next 20 minutes trying to figure out who was playing where, and he did it around after we scored the goal, so around 68 minutes, and then next 30 minutes, 20 minutes after the next 30, you're trying to figure out where to play. He put Saka on the left wing against Dalot. Not sure what he was trying to do, but I think that took the impetus out of what they were trying to do more. And I guess I don't know how to say it, but for me it was he damaged the situation more. I think the team that started might have been able to rescue it, but with those changes, it never felt like Arsenal were going to score from open play. It was always about the set pieces, which they actually did score from. I think it took the rhythm out of their own attack. It's like trying to change all the 4 tires of a car while it's doing 80 miles per hour down the M1. But by the time they settled, United were 2-1 up, and we had control of the game, and we were smelling blood. I think Bruno had a chance to actually chip Raya from around halfway line, and I was surprised he was not able to get it on target at least. So that could have been 3-1, and the game would have been done there. The confusion in the Arsenal back line after those subs directly, or in the midfield also, directly led to the gaps that Matheus Cunha exploited for the winner. 4 subs at once don't scream bravery, it screams panic. Every stoppage helped United. United were trying to buy free kicks, which Cunha is very good at. Every reset favored Carrick. Arteta hit the randomized formation while United were already downloading the win. Arteta pressed this reset button mid-match. The quadruple sub looked like a FIFA rage quit from him. And then coming on to the winner, which is after the Arsenal's equalizer from the set piece FC, I was thinking I had this funny feeling that we will win this game. I don't know why. And even after we conceded the goal, I knew there was time for us to go on and win this, because we have seen us do it. Like Liverpool scored against us at Anfield, and we went back at the other end and scored within 2-3 minutes, I believe, or 5 minutes, I guess. And we did the same here. So I had that belief. And then in the 87th minute, quick 1-2s with Bruno, Mainoo, Cunha, Bruno, Mainoo, Cunha. Matheus Cunha, man, comes off the bench, pivots, turns, and he had, like, everybody was shouting for him to shoot, and he did, and he bent it around goalkeeper, bent it around Gabriel to unside the goalkeeper, and then lovely finish from him. For that strike, I think David Raya might as well have been a spectator. This wasn't just technique, that was intent. No extra touch, one touch to get the ball out of your feet, no hesitation, just belief, and bend it around the player so that the keeper is unsighted, and if you get a good connection, it's going in. United actually didn't come here to survive, they came to announce. Cunha didn't shoot, he signed the Emirates guest book. So final verdict, United are back in the top 4. Arsenal's lead is cut to 4 points. Carrick is 2 for 2 against the big boys. Is he the permanent answer? Maybe, maybe not. But for today, he's the king of Emirates and Manchester. And then Zubimendi's pass to Mbeumo was the most generous thing I've seen since my grandma gave me £20 for my birthday. Truly, the spirit of giving is alive in North London. Loved it from Zubimendi, and he was taken off at 58 minutes. So I think people who had him in FPL would have gotten just 1 point. So this was really a great match from Man United, and I feel like we deserved the victory. I'm not sure if Arsenal fans would say they deserved it, but I don't think they played in a way that garnered a victory, and United did. So if you like the video, subscribe for more content like this, honest opinions, and next we'll be breaking down we'll be doing player ratings, and we'll be breaking down how United actually played and how Arsenal actually played and how they could have improved, or how Arsenal needs to improve if they want to win the title. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.